So while Pocahontas was the Disney animated film that was kind of like the first one to be the Disney Renaissance disappointment, well, they basically tried to redeem themselves with their next animated film, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. And from what I heard, yes, wait, people are saying that is one of their darkest films of all time. Me personally, it's probably the darkest of all these Disney animated features I've looked at. Right, and not only is it great, I personally think it's one of their best animated features of all time. So, well, basically, the story you already know. It's basically similar to the book made by Victor Hugo. The story is about a deformed hunchback named Quasimodo, played by Tom Hulse. He's basically living in the bell tower of Notre Dame, where he's being held by the villain of the film, Judge Claude Frollo, played by the late Tony Jay. And yeah, we'll definitely get to that awesome character later. So, he's basically living in the bell tower. Like, he's the cleaner, he's the bell ringer as well. Well, and then one day he decided that he actually wants to. Oh, I'm sorry about these lights. But he is trying to go to the Feast of Fools, which is the party of the gypsies. So his gargoyle friends are Victor, Hugo, played by Jason Alexander. Alright, and I forgot what the other one's name is. I can't remember, but I did see the movie the other day. I just don't remember her name. But they basically are the comic relief characters, and they're basically like his imaginary friends. But we'll talk about them in a minute. Fire sirens. But Frollo doesn't want Quasimodo to go to the Feast of Fools. But while that's going on, there's a gypsy named Esmeralda, played by Demi Moore, and a captain named Captain Phoebus, played by Kevin Kline. Basically, his character Phoebus is trying to go to the Palace of Justice to meet Frollo, while Esmeralda is trying to get some money and stuff. Well, like, trying to earn some money. She's not a thief. She's just trying to dance, and then people like donate money to them. So basically, the guards try to arrest her, thinking that she was a thief. But Phoebus was there to help her. But basically, the Feast of Fools is on, and then Quasimodo goes down there, and then people didn't really know what to think of him at first, but then they started making fun of him. Well, at first he seems celebrated, but then he seems to be made fun of. And then Judge Claude Frollo refuses to help him out. What jerk. What do you call it? After the fool that he was the Feast of Fools, Quasimodo runs back into the bell tower that he was so humiliated. The poor guy. That Esmeralda comes in and tries to find him and tries to apologize to him. Then Frollo sees that she's in there with Phoebus, because Phoebus and Esmeralda are trying to talk to each other, because Phoebus kind of has the hots for her, along with Quasimodo, and Frollo has the hots for her, but Frollo tells her that she is not allowed to step out of the bell tower, not allowed to step out of Notre Dame, and if she does, she goes to the Palace of Justice. So Quasimodo does try to help her escape, and then Frollo sings a song about his lust for her, or join her, or suffer the fires of hell. Oh yeah, saying hell in a Disney animated film actually would warrant a PG rating, actually, because you know how dark this movie is, much like how the Black Cauldron was. But it's basically up to them to save Notre Dame, and it's basically your classic appearances can be deceiving story. And yes, it is a great film. Everything about it is so great. The story, most of the characters, all the characters are very memorable, I mean to say. And the villain, one of the Disney's best villains of all time. I think he's the better villain than Maleficent, to be honest. But yeah, everything is just so good. I love Quasimodo. I love his voice actor. The song's done by Alan Menken, of course, great. The best one is Out There. And the Bells on Notre Dame is great. And Hellfire is a great villain song. And the Court of Miracles is fun. Like, it's pretty catchy as hell. Well, no pun intended. But, but if I did have some weaknesses about the film, is that the relationship between Esmeralda and Phoebus is kind of weak. Just a little bit. I mean, it doesn't seem like they're that much in love with each other. But at first they do, but then when they kiss or something, doesn't that seem a little, too early on or something? But, who knows? They're married in the sequel. I don't know. But, and plus, the gargoyles, well, they're fun and they're funny. But have you realized that in the climax of the film, they just basically come to life when they're basically his figment of an imagination? Yeah, that's pretty confusing. Even the Court of Miracles stuff. Well, actually, even the gypsy stuff where Esmeralda said that they're not all thieves, and then when they go to the Court of Miracles, it looks like that there's a bunch of missing stuff in there that they must have stole or something. I know in the sequel that there's like circus performers that steal stuff. We'll get to that crappy movie later on. Whenever I do talk about the Disney sequels, but honestly, those are my only gripes with the film overall. And the animation, beyond breathtaking. And hell, this is from the two directors of Beauty and the Beast. What can you go wrong with this? And I just don't know what else to say about it. It's a great film. I love it. It's definitely one of my favorites. I feel it's kind of underrated because of the rating or something. It did well at the box office, but I'm glad that the audience is growing a lot more. I think it got like a 68 or 69% on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know. Siskel Ebert thought it was the best one since Beauty and the Beast. Maybe I do. I don't know. Maybe if I do love it as much as Beauty and the Beast. It's really hard because I love the story. We have Quasimodo about the appearances can be deceiving story. So yeah, overall, I really think it's a fantastic movie. You should definitely check out. One of Disney's best of all time. So if you have seen it, what do you think about it? Just comment below. And if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's on Hulu Plus actually. And I think Netflix as well, but I know it's on Hulu Plus. But just comment below, click like in the video, subscribe, follow me on Twitter or Facebook, and I will see you in the next video. I'm the Bostonian Critic, and I'm signing out. Take care.